we had asked for some time so that we could look at different options other than just going for the straight furloughs.
Yes. And so we're anxious to get your suggestion.
Yeah, so we had, that same day, Ways and Means sent out a memo to all the different departments asking for 16%, 25%, and 30% cuts. And yesterday I made some phone calls to the different departments, and they told us again that they were told not to send it to us. That they were going to work, you were going to compile it.
It was thought that it might be better if it went through BNF.
Okay, I thought we'd been through this drill already. I don't understand. Okay, if there's a sense of urgency, I don't understand why you're continuing to filter and censor and delay information. You're not really allowing the legislature to help if you don't allow the departments to give us the information we need.
They don't share this information. They go out and make a statement like this.
There are a couple of things. One is we wanted to make sure that the BNF had the information as well.
Yeah, so the departments can copy BNF.
You got the correct information, and that if you're using that information to build your budget, that you had information that was useful and accurate for yourself.
Yeah, but Linda, that's for us to determine, not you. That's our kuleana. If they send us information and we think it's not adequate, we will follow up with the department.
Yeah.
But what I can't, this is the third time that you've censored information. The first time was in regards to the memo on planning for COVID-19. Then we sent out a memo asking for budget cuts back then, over a month ago, and you filtered that memo and you censored that memo. This is the third time. You know, we spoke to the Attorney General. She said that according to the Senate rules, which have force and effect of law, the departments are supposed to respond to the legislature.
We want the departments to respond to you, but we want to make sure that what they give you is good, accurate information, and that it is properly folded into our own budget process, so that, you know...
No, but this is not your budget process. This is the Ways and Means Committee asking for information. Regardless, at some point when we open up, we're going to have to look at the budget. We're going to pass an amended budget.
Sorry, going back again, when we went through all of this, right, you said that the governor never gave you any authorization to do the filtering. So now, did the governor give you authorization to filter out what the Ways and Means budget was asking? Did the governor give you that authority? Because the last time you said that you didn't get any authority to do none of those things, and then now you're doing the same thing that we asked you earlier not to do. So now Senator De La Cruz is saying that you're doing the same thing again, but I'd like to know, is the governor giving you this authority? We want to know that. If the governor giving you this authority, then somebody needs to let the governor know that he's breaking protocol. He's breaking protocol in what we are asking and why we are here. We are here to do what we need to do, and it is up to us to find out if we feel that the information that we get from the departments is not adequate. I mean, we're getting too much hands in the pot. You know when you put your hands in a pot, what happens when you get too much hands in the pot? The food gets spoiled. Right? I don't like feeding the community spoiled food. We don't like third-fourth hands. We like the right hand right to us. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what else can we say to you. One more seriousness that we can stress upon you to stop delaying. Every time you delay, something's happening. You know, we cannot give it out to the community straight because we get too much delays. Can you please figure something out? And if the governor is not giving you the authority, can you please stop?
Linda, what I don't get is you're saying you want to work with the legislature, but yet you go and you ask the departments not to respond.
We're not asking the departments not to respond. The departments will be responding. We just want to coordinate it.
No, Linda. What don't you understand? There's a sense of urgency, okay? We all don't want the 20% furloughs that was discussed. We want to be able to look to provide options, and yet somehow you're determined not to allow that to happen. I'm not quite sure why.
I think you're taking it wrong. We just want to make sure that we are following our usual policy, and that when it comes to budget information, we want it to be coordinated, we wanted it to be accurate. We do intend to provide you with the information you're asking.
Wait,
This is not usual times. This is not usual times.
We're looking at it in
Linda, really, at some point, this committee really is so serious about sending the governor some letter of a vote of no confidence in your ability.
This is not usual times, Linda.
I just don't understand why you continue to delay information and not allow us to be able to help and do our job.
It's like the call center, DLIR. It's only being set up today. It could have been done 3 weeks ago when we were willing to have 40 of our employees go over and do this, but you didn't want that.
You know, you also had mentioned previously that you weren't going to do that anymore.
Is anybody else from the governor's office besides yourself is watching these hearings?
Information you're asking for. We just want to make sure that.
No, but Linda, you know what? You didn't even have the courtesy to call to say, hey, you know what? We're going to gather it all and give it to you by Monday.
Yeah, she doesn't even tell us anything.
I don't know how you operate, but it's really you can't, at this point in time, you really can't be so self-absorbed. There's things that we have to do for the state and the people of Hawaii. I mean, I really thought you had some. I really thought you had some integrity, because you had told the committee you weren't going to do that.
What you need, and there's, I guess I don't understand why you object to our making sure that the information we get.
Yeah, they can copy you, Linda. They can send us the information and they can copy you.
Information on cuts that are so significant.
Linda.
As I showed you before, in some agencies, what you're talking about in terms of 25-30% cuts, it would basically eliminate the work of that agency. So we just wanted to make sure that that was all something that we could provide to you in the right.
Yeah, Linda, they can copy you so that when you actually get time around to go review it, it's not delayed.
Well, I'm not reviewing it. In this case, it's going through BNF.
What? So it goes to her and then back to BNF?
Okay, you know what? Really, what do we have to do? Subpoena the information directly from the departments?
Yeah, that's a good idea. You should have done
Why do you want to make this so difficult?
I didn't think I was making it difficult.
This is the third time that you've done this. I really thought you had a lot more intelligence. This is the third time that you've done this.
Do you realize people are hurting out there, Linda? That we cannot get information, but you guys can say, oh, let's cut 20% salaries
And cause mental
without letting
anguish.
us know. And you're saying that you didn't think that you're being obstructive? Come on.
We didn't say that we were going to cut 20%. The union said that. That was among the various options we were pursuing, and no decision has been made on that account yet by any means. I will talk to the governor about whether we can release this information directly to you,
You know what, Linda? That's okay. We have the Attorney General coming in the afternoon, and we'll ask her. In our previous conversation with the Attorney General, the directors are supposed to be able to reply to our requests.
And for the most part, they do.
Except when you tell them not to.
I don't know this.
I just got a follow-up. I didn't get an answer. Did the governor give you the authority? The last time you said he didn't, but in this case, did he give you authority to screen and filter this information that we needed?
He is aware.
No, that's not the question. The question is that did he give you the authority? He can be aware of a lot of things, but did he give you the specific authority saying to withhold or go through information that needs to get to where for the budgeting? Did he say that? I'm not asking you if he was aware of it.
So the governor himself asked you to tell the departments to not respond to the Senate?
I kept him informed of what my actions have been, and he has not objected.
We object.
Pursuant to the question.
Senator Kim?
Linda, you said that the governor, you folks didn't say you're going to cut 20%, but you brought this up to the unions in a meeting, right?
I was not at that particular meeting. I think that probably the discussion was that we were looking at potential furloughs that could represent up to 20%, but we were also at the same time looking at the possibility of arranging that in conjunction with the furloughs.
Okay.
There could be a way to combine the furloughs with unemployment insurance,
Okay, but
so that the extent that through the combination of the two, an employee could be, if not whole, pretty close to it, especially with the additional monies from the CARES Act.
Okay,
and
Linda.
so that was one of the options that we were pursuing at the time.
Okay, but Linda, the point I'm trying to make is that you have to anticipate what's going to get out into the public, and to bring up a potential 20% cut in pay, that the unions are going to bring it up to their membership, and it's going to get out. So these are the kinds of things that I don't know if you folks are anticipating when you make these kinds of statements, what effect it's going to have on the people out there who are doing virtual classrooms, teaching, they're adapting, they're having a hard time, all our people on the front line, and they hear something like that. I mean, do you know what that does to them? And that's the kind of stuff that's coming out of the governor's office that is not being anticipated. You meet with us, and then you say you want to work with us, you don't share this information with all the budget stuff. You folks make that kind of statement before you even do that. That's very troubling for us, because we get slammed. We get the emails. And I have to admit, I had no clue. You folks didn't raise it, didn't bring it up to any of us. We met with you. These meetings are being televised, and the very next day or that evening, this information comes out, takes us by surprise, takes the public by surprise. They're devastated. These people are devastated. And they're the ones that are looking after our children. They're the ones that are working on the front lines, risking their own health. And they hear stuff like this. So you guys got, you're trying to filter us and filter things to us. I think you guys got to filter stuff that's coming out of your office. Thank you.